Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the special town meeting of April 17th, 2019. I'm Attorney Gene Cushman. I'm the town meeting moderator. If you could all please stand so we can pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Madam Town Clerk, if you could read the call, please.
Notice is hereby given of a special town meeting of the Town of East Lyme to be held on April 17, 2019 at 7 p.m. at the East Lyme Town Hall Upper Meeting Room for the following purpose. Number one, will not provide any business. 2, to approve a special appropriation in the amount of up to $68,500 to purchase a John Deere model skid steer from the following accounts. 1, $60,477.86 from the remaining balance of 2016-17 Streetlight Acquisition Program. 2, $8,022.14 from CNRE account 32-60-120-100-002, proceeds from the sale of vehicles. 3, to transact any other business proper to come before the meeting, dated at East Lyme, Connecticut, this 11th day of April. And this was recorded in the town clerk's office, posted on the signpost, and published in the day paper.
Thank you, Madam Town Clerk. As usual, I'll quickly go over the ground rules. Under Connecticut General Statute 7-6, you must be an elector of the town or 18 years of age and a U.S. citizen and own taxable personal property of at least $1,000 or more. Under Connecticut General Statute 9-360, any person who votes but is not eligible to vote may be subject to a fine of not less than $300, no more than $500, imprisonment of not less than 1 year, no more than 2 years, disenfranchised, or all of the above. If you wish to speak, please come to the podium and give your name and address for the record. We only have one item on the agenda. I think those are enough ground rules to cover. So, the first item on the agenda, and the only item on the agenda, is to approve a special appropriation in the amount of $68,500 to purchase a John Deere model skid steer from the following accounts. Number one, $60,477.86 from the remaining balance of the 2016-2017 Streetlight Acquisition Program. 2, $8,022.14 from the CNRE account 32-60-120-100-002, proceeds from the sale of vehicles. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Siri, is there a second? Mr. Rando. Is there any discussion? Mr. First Selectman? Mr. Brogaw?
Mr. Brogaw, speaking.
Joe Bergaw, I'm the Director of Public Works, also live at 19 Adwan Ave. Just quickly, this is being funded through leftover money from streetlight funds. We did that a few years ago because we were able to, it went very smoothly. There was about $60,000 left over. It was at about a 1% interest. That money is still available. So we looked into the vehicle acquisition this year, and one of the items on there was a skid steer. It was actually a compact track loader. It's a skid steer with a track on it. And about 3 years ago, we got a mini excavator through this process, and it's used all year long. I mean, between water, sewer, highway, and the different departments, Parks and Rec. And this would be a piece of equipment. It would be the same for construction. It could be used all season long for construction. When it gets into winter, it's a great piece of equipment to remove snow, like whether it's at the schools, doing sidewalks, handicap ramps through in town. So it would be a great acquisition for the town, and that's why we're trying to move forward with it.
Thank you, Mr. Bergaw. Would anyone else like to be heard? Mr. Rando. Mr. Rando, can you get up here? You want to stay where you are?
Ronald Rando, 194 Boston Post Road, East Lyme. Good evening, Mr. Moderator.
Good evening, Mr. Rando.
How are you this fine evening?
I'm the same as you, hobbling around.
Just as a question, is that going to come up at a different meeting now, or is that canceled for a while, or what?
It's just not going forward. I don't know the reason.
You don't have any idea?
Would anyone like to answer that question?
The funding that we thought, Mark Nicholson, first selectman, the funding we thought we had identified as savings from a prior project was indeed not there. We put it and left it where it has been in next year's capital budget. So we will see it again, but in the capital plan next year.
Thank you, Mr. Nixon.
Thank you. Okay. Number 2, we're approving this money for this John Deere. What are we gonna use this for?
I think Mr. Bergar already answered that question, Mr. Randall.
Is this something that we really need right now?
Yes, it is something it would greatly increase our efficiency when doing drainage construction work. We do work all the time, all year long, doing drainage. When it gets into the winter, it would very much help us in the snow clearing operations, because we can use it for sidewalks, and also up at the Board of Ed for clearing it, because they don't have any contractors up there anymore to clear a lot of the areas at the Board of Ed, so it can be used all year round.
Thank you, Mr. Bergar.
Thank you. Okay. So we're taking 60,000 from the remaining balance of the 2016-17 streetlight acquisition program. Excuse me. Is that, how come we have all that money left, Mr. Moderator?
Mr. Bergar?
In the streetlight project, there was about $60,000 in contingency, and there was about $30,000 in traffic control. We used about $2,000 in traffic control, and we dipped very little into the contingency, so that money was available. When the vendor that helped us with the streetlight, usually recommends about a 15% contingency. We spent about 1% contingency on that project.
Thank you, Mr.
Please,
Bergar.
sir. I have another question.
Stay right here.
60,000, that's a lot of money. Couldn't we have, instead of spending it on this item right now, put this back into the budget to help us cut the budget down a little bit, instead of spending this 60,000 plus another 8,000 on this machine, which I don't think that we need it right now.
You want to tell them that you can't use it on anything but this, or? Go ahead. You can't use it on budget, but she'll tell you.
Andrew Johnson, Director of Finance, and also I reside at 12 High Street. These funds are from an acquisition financing that we did for the streetlight program. So it's not funding that we would be able to return to the budget. It's money that is financed, so it's available for us to use for a capital item, and that's why we're making this request.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson.
The interest rate on this, 1.something%?
Seems to me we always find money somewhere. It seems to me that what we need in this town right away, as soon as possible, is a forensic audit to find out what the hell's going on here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Randall. Would anyone else like to be heard? Seeing no hands, we're going to move the question. All in favor of approving a special appropriation in the amount of $68,500 to purchase a John Deere model skid steer from the following account. One, $60,477.86 from the remaining balance of the 2016-2017 streetlight acquisition program. Two, $8,022.14 from the CNRE account 3260-120-100-002, and proceeds from the sale of vehicles. Please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by saying nay.
No.
The ayes have it. That being the only item on the agenda, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Siri and Mr. Cunningham, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned.